if you look, especially here in California, we have a habit of spending, as a politician, we have a habit of spending way more money than we have. And to me, I'm thinking, well, wait a second. If we had more homes being built, if we move these things on, just take the Palisades example, doesn't that add to the tax revenue?
Yes, it does.
It just goes away. So if you delay it, you're delaying the revenue that could be coming into the city or the state or the county by just dragging your feet. I mean, there's a gentleman down the street from me, and he's had a sewer line, and it's been dug up for almost 45 days. He's waiting on somebody to come out and inspect it.
Oh, my word. Well, yeah, going back to Palisades as an example, yeah, you're right about if those things would start getting built, it's going to be more in tax revenue. Because if you think about it, think of all the trades. If they would put aside all the obstacles from the regulatory, blockages and get this stuff going, imagine how many people would be put to work in that particular area to get all those, lost homes rebuilt. And then the trickle down effect of, those people got to get paid, and the more they get paid, they're going to pay more taxes on it. It is so obvious to us common folk. It's like, why don't the politicians have the same common sense we feel like we have? I don't know. Maybe it's very frustrating. It's very bizarre.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Let's go to the next one, because this is some good news.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Retail sales. I mean, man, oh man. I mean, again, you keep hearing these drum beats in the media and the headlines about the economy's lousy and things are just terrible, and still talking about grocery prices. By the way, last weekend I was at Ralph's and I bought 18 eggs for $2.99. So how come eggs are still not on the headlines like they were 2 or 3 years ago? It's like the good news about eggs is like, poof, it's gone. Nobody talks about it. But overall, yeah, there's still some issues with food prices. In particular, I would argue, not the grocery stores so much, the restaurants. But despite all of that, consumers are still spending. Now, that report, again, the media will kind of take it and try to get you to think it's not as good as it seems. Because, of course, what gets pointed out, 0.9 up from 0.5, that's a really big jump, almost double. Well, then the authors of these articles will say, well, wait a minute, you're not factoring in oil prices, because the retail sales number, of course, is based on what you're paying for products and services, which includes buying gasoline, because gasoline prices are way up. That's inflating the retail sales number beyond what it otherwise would be. But even if you peel away, the core items, food and energy, retail sales are still up. So despite the drumbeat of bad news and everybody struggling, people are still spending. And our economy is about 70% consumer spending. Yeah. So that's why you have to take a step back and look at this data and go, it ain't as bad as the media would like us to believe. And of course, not that the stock market is your best benchmark of the economy overall, but most stock prices inherently are focused on earnings, and corporations are making earnings. So if companies are making money, they're making profits, and their employees are spending, and the employment rate continues to be at almost what they call full rate of employment, about a little over 4%. You put all that together and it's like, we got pretty much full employment. Inflation's a little bit elevated, but you take out oil and food, it's pretty close. I don't know. I'd rather look at this as half full. Things are pretty darn good.